Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Good evening. How are you doing? It's been a long
I'm
time.
doing great. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Maybe you can kind of, this set of parents are experiencing the school app for the first time. So first and foremost, the necessity for the app and what are its multiple, operations and benefits for the parents and the children.
I'll do that, ma'am. Good evening, parents. Thank you very much, Anita, ma'am, for allowing me to join this call.
Can you be a little louder, please?
Sure. I hope I'm audible now.
Yeah, better.
Sure. So thanks, Anita, ma'am, and the Daksha team to allow me to join and present what we are and what we have done for Daksha, especially for the parents of Daksha. I'll give you a quick understanding of the application. Basically, SchoolNote is an automation and analytics company. This is a new way of digital education, because more or less everything is migrating or taking towards the digital era. So Daksha has been using the application rigorously since last 2-3 years, and most of the pandemic, I think the application was useful for both the parents and the school. Okay. Predominantly, to give you a background, we have almost 400 schools on our platform, and almost 400 of them have been using this application rigorously in the last year. Prior to that, we were part of the school, and today, unfortunately or fortunately, we are the school. Okay, most of the interaction happen on the application. Okay, I'll take you through each of these modules in detail in my live session on the mobile app, but I'll give you a background. This background is this application could be used in communicating between the school and the parents. School can communicate to the parents. Parents also can communicate back to the school from this application. You receive your homeworks on this platform. Generally, what happens is in a traditional school environment, students may or may not write their homeworks and may not get it back to the school, get it back to the home. But this application will give you a visibility of what is the homework, what has the school been given. Good part in this pandemic is it's a two-way application. You can not only see the homeworks, you can also send back the homeworks from the application itself. We have online classes. The school may decide to use the online classes. You can use our online classes platform. You have an attendance platform. Attendance gives you an option of checking when are the students absent in the entire school. You have got a fee option. Again, it's a robust system where you can pay the fees from the application itself. You need not have to travel to the school to do the payments. You have an option of paying through credit card, debit card, net banking, or UPI options. Okay. You've got the progress reports. Progress reports, you'll be able to see the progress reports on the application itself. We have a calendar option. Calendar also gives you an option of which date, what event is there, and when are the holidays starting, when are the holidays ending. Okay, you can plan your day-to-day activities along with the school's calendar. You have exam timetable. We have seen most of the time that students do not write their exam timetables, which day, what exam, what was a portion for that particular exam. So this application gives you a visibility of all these things. Okay, so no way you'll come to know that I don't know the date of the exam, I don't know the portion of the exam. All these things will be available in the application itself. Okay, that's on the application part. I'll directly take you to the demonstration of the product. And if you have any queries, you can always reach us. I'll also send this message to Daksha team so that they can share it. We are available on support@schoolnote.com. You can email us if you have any queries or concerns. We are available from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Our call center number is 7995 777 958. If you face any problem with the application, you can always reach us on this number. You can also WhatsApp on the same number. Just in case anybody doesn't pick up the call, expect a call back from them, because it may also happen that we may receive a lot of calls and we may miss your call. We have a call recording system where we can see that which call we have missed, and I can call you back again. Okay. So I think I can now share my phone to give you a background or live demonstration of the product.
Sikandar, before you go ahead, like we just sent a SMS to all these parents.
Okay, okay.
So can you please explain about that?
I will do that, ma'am. I will do that. Let me connect my mobile so that it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I hope everyone can see my mobile on the screen. Okay. Now, Daksha School might have sent you a SMS with the username and password and a link to it. Okay. So, unfortunately, I do not have that SMS, but if you click on that link, that's called a one link. Okay. If you click on that link, because Daksha is available both on Android and iOS, you will automatically be taken to the respective stores. For example, if you are using an Android phone, it will take you to the Play Store, and if you're using an iOS phone, it will automatically take you to the iStore. Okay. Once you go to the iStore, I'll directly take you to the Play Store. I'm using the Play Store here. Once you go to the Play Store, it automatically shows that this is the Daksha School application. Okay. So this is how the Daksha School application on the Play Store or iStore looks like. Please install that application from there. Okay. You open this application. Okay. Once you open this application, this is how the screen looks like. Okay. And you will have an option of, or let me just log off and re-log in again for, yeah. So I'm just logging it off. I'm re-logging again so that you'll understand how you will be able to log in. Okay. Now, there are two ways of logging into the application. The first way of logging to the application is through the mobile number. I hope all the parents have given the right mobile number into to the school. If you've given the right mobile number to the school, it automatically pops up in your application. If I click on this number, it automatically takes me to the application, with that authentication in the backend. Okay. So this is how I'll be able to enter into the application. Just in case, the number which you have given is not matching to the number, of yours, there's an option of logging in through the username and password. I'll just log off again and re-log in again. Okay. So just in case the number is not matching, or you're using some other number, there's an option called I want to log in with user ID and password. Just click on I want to log in with user ID and password. Okay, you will have an option of username and password. Okay, every parent might have received a username and password. Okay, please enter your username and password. If your username consists of special characters like hash or hyphen, please use those hash and hyphen as it is. If your username consists of upper letters, please use as it is. If your if your username consists of lower letters, please use the lower letters as it is being sent to as a message to you. Okay. Similar with the password also. Most of the time, the password which we recommend to the school, and I think Daksha follows it, is the date of birth of the student. Okay, it is the date of birth of the student. Please use that password to enter into the application. Okay, it could be 30/09/1982. Okay, so please ensure that you use a slash over there as it has been given in the SMS. I hope I'm clear as of now. If you have any queries, you can raise it before getting into deeper into the application.
How do they add the second child?
Sure, ma'am. Thanks. So let me enter into the application. Ma'am, so for example, if you with the registered mobile number, you have two siblings, okay, or three, automatically it will show it to you. As of now, I have not added myself as to 2 siblings. But in the meanwhile, I can show you another school where this is how it will look like. I'm just showing this as an example. So with the registered mobile number, if you log in, you'll be able to see this screen on your page. Okay, it will automatically show you all the students with that particular mobile number. Let's say you have 2 children, you can see these 2 children. All you need to do is just select these 2 children and you'll be able to enter into the application. Okay, and you can see both the children have been added over here. Okay, this is one way of adding. The second way of adding, I'll show you from Daksha Schools application.
Sikandar, one more thing.
Yes, ma'am.
The primary number is the father's number, right?
Yes, ma'am. So primary number is the father's number. Yes.
So parents, whatever phone number you have added in the application under father's name, that would be the primary number. So you have to log in with that ID, that phone number. Even
Yes,
the SMS is sent to that number.
So I'm entering into the application. So once you enter into the application, I'll show you how to add another student there. So I entered into the student. So on the top right corner, you can see my name. Okay. In your case, you'll be able to see your child's name. All you have to do is click on this button. So when you click on this button, you have an option called add. Okay. All you have to do is click on add. You'll be able to find one more option of username and password. Because I have added as myself as one student only, I can see that. Okay, but here you'll be able to add multiple students in the application. I hope I'm clear on adding additional students.
Hello.
Sir, any queries?
Yes, myself Rambabu.
Yes, sir.
We tried adding another student. I mean, my second daughter here.
Okay, sir.
It was again asking for the username and password
Yes,
and the
sir.
student name, but the student name is not added there yet, I believe.
In the application, in the mobile application.
Correct.
Okay. Radhika ma'am, can you note down sir's name so that we can reach out to him post this call?
Yeah, I have seen.
I think same issue is there. For me also, I'm also facing the same issue. So
May I know the child's name, please?
Vaibhav, I'm Vaibhav's father.
Saumika.
Saumika and Kavyasai, I got it. Vaibhav, sir, for Ragashri, she doesn't have the app. Only Vaibhav would be having. Pre-primary, from class 1 onwards, we have the school app.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure. So let me take you through any more queries, ma'am? Or I can continue.
Ma'am, actually, I have missed out. This is Ayan's parent. I when I have installed Daksha app and on the second tab, on the second device, I can see only the Ayan's profile, but on the other device, the other child's profile is there. How do I club them into the single device?
Sir, on the top right corner of the application, you just click on it.
Okay.
Once you click on it, there's an option called add.
Okay.
Okay, just click on that add button.
Right now the device is not with me. Yeah, just explain, sir.
Okay. All you have to do is just click on that add button and you'll be able to see a username and password again. So use the second child's username and password and you'll be able to log in with both the students' IDs there.
Okay, probably, yeah, ma'am. Can you send the user ID password, ma'am?
Ayan, are you asking about Ayan's?
Yes, for Ayan. So
Ayan, we have sent an SMS, sir. There is a link over it. So there only you'll have it. Anyway, we'll try to send again. Not a problem.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, sure.
So I'll take you through the features of the product. Just to reconfirm that the student is from the same class. Just click on the profile and you can see the student details over there. You can see that, I'm Sikandar, my last name, my class, date of birth, my mobile number, okay, and my email ID, if any email ID has been given, okay. That's the profile of the student. Then I'll start by giving you a little understanding of the notifications, okay. Notification is an option where parents will be able to receive any information from the school, okay. It could be, tomorrow is a holiday or we are going to school, whatever it is, okay. This is a demo login, so just ignore the messages over here, okay. So you'll receive any kind of messages, from this interface, okay. You can click on that notification. Once you click on that notification, you will see that this notification is been sent by Daksha School. This is the admin who has sent the notification. There's a subject called Hi Sai, and you will also see the description of the subject. Okay. Fortunately, you can also receive PDFs in this mobile application. Okay, so if there's any relevance to the subject which the school wanted to attach a PDF, the school can also attach a PDF for there. You can download this attachment and you can look at that notification. If you wanted to communicate with regard to this message to the school, you have an option called reply, or you have any query with respect to this particular notification, just click on this reply option and you can also write a notification back or a reply back to the school. So this is just not one-way notification, it's a two-way notification. Okay. Second thing is, let's say you wanted to communicate to the school, to a teacher or to the admin, or you wanted to raise a leave request. Okay, there's an option called compose over here. Okay, just click on the compose option. If you click on the compose option, it will give you an option of select a recipient. Click on select recipient. It will show you admin. You wanted to send that message to an admin. You wanted to send this message to a teacher, or if you wanted to send a leave application. For example, I'm just selecting a option called teachers. Okay, once I select a teacher, it will ask me which teacher I want to send. For example, I wanted to send to a teacher called Sri Kamakshi. I select Sri Kamakshi. I give a subject. Okay, I give a message. Okay, so this is how I'll be able to compose a message to teacher called Sri Kamakshi. Okay, so if you want to send a message to the admin, again go back to compose, select admin, okay, give a subject and give a message. So all the messages, if you wanted to send it to teacher, are marked to the admin also. Okay, so you did not have to send a same message to admin separately, same message to teacher separately. If you're sending a message to teacher, all the message of teacher are been marked to admin as well. Okay, so this is how you'll be able to send a notification or any query or any concern from the application. If you wanted to raise a leave application, you have an option of raising a leave application as well. Okay, so this is how you use a tab called notification on your mobile application. Second is on the homeworks. I click on homework. As of now, I don't see any homeworks over here. So as soon as the school starts sending you homeworks, you'll be able to see the homeworks in this space. Okay. After completion of the homework, this is a two-way application. You wanted to submit that homework or submit that assignment, there's an option being given. Just click on submit the homework, select the subject. This homework is for second language Hindi. Okay, I take a photograph of that homework. I click on the camera over here. I take a photograph of that particular homework, and I can send it back to the teacher. So this is just not one-way homework, this is a two-way homework. Okay. You can also upload a PDF over here. So if you wanted to upload a PDF, you can convert that homework into a PDF, and you can upload that PDF to the teachers. If you wanted to go and view, you can also view what all homeworks you have submitted as on date. Okay, so these are the homeworks which my demo school has been submitted. Okay. So let me go to online classes. Online classes, once you click on online classes, as of now, I think we do not have any online classes scheduled. You will have an option called join. So once you click on join button, you will directly enter into the class. Okay. In the backend, the school can decide whether they wanted to go with Zoom or Google Meet. Okay, but yeah, end of the day, if you're using this application, then there'll be only a button called join. Okay, click on that join, you will automatically get into the class. You have attendance. Attendance is an option where you can see which all dates the student was absent in the school. Okay. Then you have online exams. The school has used this extensively. There are two types of online exams. The parents will write. The students will write. One is the subjective type online exam and the objective type online exam. So subjective type online exam, students can write the examination, take a photograph of that exam, and then upload that to the teachers. That is one. On an objective type examination, you will be able to find the multiple choice questions. The student will be able to answer those multiple choice questions from the application itself. You have an option called fees. I think I do not have any fees assigned as of now, but I'll show you how one of the fee looks like. This is a demo. Let me click on Pay Now option. Once I click on Pay Now option, it will take me to a payment gateway services. We have partnered with a company called NTT. NTT runs a company called Atom. You can pay either through credit card, you can pay through a debit card, you have an option of paying through a net banking or UPI. Okay. Now, if the parents are paying through a credit card, there's a transaction fee additional to your regular fees. Okay, it is 1.25% additional processing fee which gets applied if you're using a credit card. If you are using your debit card, there's an additional fee of 1%, okay, which you'll be paying on the entire transaction amount. If you're using a net banking, there's no percentage. It's a straight 23 rupees you need to pay additional to the transaction. Or if you're paying through UPI, UPI is free of cost. So if you're using a debit card or if you're using a net banking, I suggest you please use your UPI for the payments, because UPI is, as of now, as per the RBI guidelines, it is free of cost. So there's no additional cost to it. But if you're paying a credit card or debit card, there are additional transaction fees assigned to it. So if you are done with fees, you have an option called circulars. Circulars is an option where you'll be able to receive the circulars. As of now, the school has not sent any circulars. You'll be able to receive photographs, or you'll also be able to receive the PDFs in the circulars. You have an option called Showcase. The Showcase is an option where school will be able to send photographs and videos to you. So any activity which you wanted to, which school wanted to showcase to you, they have taken certain photographs in the class, or they have taken certain photographs, in the annual day or sports day. They can upload all that content into Showcase. They can also upload videos into Showcase. So this is a platform for photographs and videos. You have an option called Progress Report. Progress report, I'm sure there are no progress reports as of now. I think I have a mock test over there. So you can download the progress report from the application itself. Okay. On the fees, I think I missed one important point. On the fees, you can download the receipts from the application itself. Okay, so there's an option called history. So when I click on history, you can see that Sikandar has paid all these payments. I can click on this download option and I can download my receipt from the mobile application itself. You did not have to come to school to ask for receipts. All the receipts are available on the mobile application itself. So this is how you can see the receipt. Similarly, you have calendar. Calendar tells you which date, which activity, when are the holidays there. Okay, for example, I'm just giving you this as an example. So if I click on first it says that holiday, it's a summer break, summer school reopens on 4th. If I click on second, okay, it highlights that particular activity. Let me go back and check. Yeah, so I think I have 7th. So if I click on 7th, this shows that the new academic session 2000, the thing Commerce World Health Day, new academic session. It basically, when you click on that particular date, it highlights the event which the school is having in the school. Okay, so there was an event on 3rd of March, World Wildlife Day. Okay, on 4th there was an event. Okay, so these are the events which the school conducts, and you'll be able to see what events the school is conducting. You have exam timetable. It gives you information on which day which exam is and what is the portion for the particular examination. You have the regular timetable as well. Okay, so this is how the timetable has been uploaded. You can see the start and end of the classes. You can see which day what what is the subject which is happening. Of course, this differs from the online classes. You have a transport option. We're still not using this transport option this year. You have something called digital content. Digital content is an option where school will be able to send information basis on the subject as well as on the chapter. So let's say today there's a chapter called photosynthesis in science being taught in the school. So teacher can upload the content of photosynthesis. It could be videos, it could be PDFs, it could be an URL, or it could be photographs regarding to photosynthesis. So at one place, you'll be able to see the entire content so that you can revise that content which the teacher has been sent. Okay, so I think more or less this is on the application side. If you have any queries, you can ask me now.
A lot of information, so we're all digesting that, processing it. I think one thing about the fees I would like to reiterate is please do offer UPI, because be cautious when you are choosing your mode of payment. A debit card, credit card will definitely entail additional expenditure. So please choose the UPI option. That's an option where there is, as of now, nil charge. So please go for that. Before you enter your mode of payment, please check what is the charge that is leviable and then choose it carefully. So since you have a no payment thing option, please go for UPI.
Hello, Sikinder sir.
Yes, ma'am.
First of all, I want to congratulate for your app. It's very well designed and very nice. I did not find any fault in that also. Only one small doubt is notifications we will get for all tabs like digital content, something like exam table, for everything, whether we are able to get notifications, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Whenever the schools uploads any digital content, or they upload a circular, or they upload a photograph, you will get a notification, ma'am.
Yeah, that's fine, sir. Thank you so much.
But
And
most important part here is, ma'am, though our notifications are very strong, and on every notification you get a notification, there are certain phones which restrict on the notification side. Okay?
yeah, if you turn off.
Yeah, there's close to about 200 different operating systems in the market. I'm talking about just Android, and there are different OEMs in the market, because they wanted to increase the battery power, or they wanted to say that my phone works for 8 hours. Okay, they try to kill the notification of the mobile applications in the backend. So there could be certain phones where the notification may not hit you, but just log into the application once and check once a day at least.
Okay, fine, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, ma'am.
So do we have any queries?
Hello. Hi.
Yes.
Mr. Sikandar, really good to hear you out. It was a good playthrough for the entire application. I would like to ask, do we have to log in every time that every day, or it will be logged in all day long?
Ma'am, once you log in, you need not have to log off, ma'am. That's it.
Okay, so in that case, in the settings, we have only two options, I think, for enabling notifications and muting it.
Yes.
Actually, I had an issue with my son's profile. That is why I'm asking this.
Okay.
So there is no option to edit out his profile details.
Yeah, so you can log off from this, ma'am. There's an
it.
option in settings. There's something called log out.
Okay.
And there's something called mute notifications also. Okay, you can opt for any of them, ma'am.
Yeah.
If you log out, then you need to re-log in with a username and password.
Okay. No, the thing is, there was a small mistake with my son's profile. The
Okay.
date of birth has been taken in wrongly. So I wanted to edit that. I couldn't find an option for it. So
No,
I
we'll
just
have
Yeah,
the
ma'am.
we'll have the option, ma'am.
Yeah.
You can get back to us. We'll do the editing part.
Okay, all right, fine.
Okay, just WhatsApp us the correct date of birth.
Yeah,
We'll correct from our end. And one more thing I wanted to say is the fee late. The due date is 7th of every month.
Okay.
And you'll be given 30 days grace time.
Okay.
So if June fee is like 7 June is the last date. If you don't pay by July 7th, okay, then automatically the app would be locked.
Okay.
So you'll be, whenever you try to open the app, it would directly takes you into the fee.
Oh, okay.
So after you pay, then it would again, it gets started.
I think
Alright.
I just want parents to understand it kind of obviates a lot of reminders from our end when the app itself directs you to the fee, because it is very time consuming on a one-on-one basis to get back to the parents. They don't take calls, and it's not intentionally, not always intentionally, sometimes unintentionally. It's very difficult. So the app kind of becomes a reminder, and it redirects you to the fee. And then once it is done, it kind of opens up. So we just want the parents to understand the exigencies behind having this option, in the school app. It kind of helps us, in do other more essential work than just keep getting back to the parent about fees. All right. So there is a period of a month during which you'll keep getting the reminders, after which, there'll be a lock on the app. And once you make the payment, it kind of opens up on itself. So it's a very automated thing. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Excuse me. This is Santosh, Tanish's father.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi,
Just now we installed the app in Samsung tab. We are not able to see the siblings, all the siblings list. We are able to see only Tanish details.
So you logged in through your mobile number?
897.
No.
Sorry,
Did you log
98.
in? Did you log in through your mobile number, sir?
No.
Okay. You logged in through a username and password.
Yeah, yes, mobile number.
Acha. So once you log in, you are
Okay,
able
okay.
to see the students.
Sorry.
Once you log in, you are unable to see, the.
Yeah,
other children?
I'm able to log in. I'm able to log in, but I'm able to see only one student information. This is Tanish Vignesh.
Actually, they have a sibling. Ashish is there.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can log in
Yes.
Ashish account, and to the right, you see like a logo, Ashish photo, right? On that, if you click, you'll get a plus button. There you can enter Tanish details.
Okay. First, I need to log in with Ashish credentials, right?
Because you already have Ashish credentials with you, right?
Okay. But same way we done that. First, we log in with Ashish details. After that, so we're trying to add the Tanish. But now we are able to see only Tanish details only, not Ashish details.
Now you can do one thing. You can add Ashish over there.
When I press that plus button, add button, there I'm able to see only.
Do you see plus button there?
Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, okay.
Can you see a username and password request there again?
No. So. Okay, let me try.
Yeah, so you can always reach out to us. I think, if you have not noted down the number, just note down this number, sir, and you can reach out to us or just WhatsApp
Okay.
on this number. So what happens
Yeah.
is this application is built for mobiles, okay, and there are certain tabs which it automatically works, okay, based on the operating system it is. There could be certain tabs which could be very latest, or it could be very old, or the operating system which is there in that tab could be an older version of it. Okay, so sometimes it may or may not work or behave the way it works in a mobile phone. Okay, for that you just reach out to us. Okay, we will sit with our developer and ensure that it complies to that particular tab.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Hello, Sikhinder, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
One small suggestion, if we are able to update profile pic from our side or at your end, it will be easy for everyone, like, I mean, for your teachers or everyone. We are not able to update, I think.
Yes, ma'am. I'll tell you the reason. Because I handle 400 schools. I have faced a lot of problem where schools came and said that initially that was an option we gave. The students, or I don't know who, but most of the time I see a monkey face there. I see an animal face there. Okay, so it was impacting the data of the school itself. So that is the reason we restricted ourselves to school. Okay,
but I think it won't happen with Daksha.
I am sure, ma'am.
No, we also, whenever we have online classes happening, we see children in different backgrounds. So we keep telling the children that please don't put any background. It should be plain one. So children are children, whichever school they are.
Okay, ma'am.
Coming to the profile pic, I'm going to send you a message. Just give us 2-3 days time till we settle down. It should be less than 5 MB. Either it should be JPG or PNG. I'll send you a message. If you can forward it to us, we'll slowly update it in your respective apps.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Hello, Mr. Sikandar. I have a question.
Sure.
The app at its face is very good. I'm trying to understand few things here. We are going to provide so much of payment information whatsoever, UPI or whatever. And how secure are our payment information? Let that be, we pull in credit cards or we use UPI. What are the layers of security that you would be assuring us so that our stuff is safe?
Sir, that's the reason Schoolnut is not into it. So we partnered with a company called Entity. Entity again is almost $166 billion company. Okay, and the product is called Atom. Atom goes through a proper PCI compliance, before even starting the business. So they generally go through those, the security measures, and they, give us that solution. Okay. Hence, your credit card, your debit card, all have been taken care of. Let me just show you on the screen what are the compliance, the Atom has gone through, so that it's it gives you more information about it. 1 second, let me just connect my mobile. So if you look at on the screen, these are all the compliance which Atom has, gone through. Okay, so, I think it's PCI DSS compliant. So I think India or across the world, we have, these compliances which any payment gateway services has to go through. Okay, so, this has been complied, and I think you have ORC compliance, you have various kinds of compliance which, respective payment gateways go through, and only when those payment gateways are compliant, they can start the payment gateway services. Sir.
Okay, that sounds reliable. And entity data, if you're referring to entity data
Yes,
by
yes,
entity,
yes,
yes,
yes.
then yes, I am in the IT world, so I know quite a bit of it. So just an additional question. Let me say this is an add-on. What if in case of payment failures, who should we reach? Obviously, if it's a credit card or something, it will be shuffling between the card provider and between the merchant. So that's a fiasco in general situations.
So I'll
So
tell
what if there is some payment failure? Who should we reach to apart from our bank?
So I'll tell you, there could be 2 or 3 reasons why a payment, gets into a failure. There could be a situation where the payment gets failed. Okay, the amount might have got, deducted from your credit card. Okay, but it might have not come to us. Okay, that could be one scenario. There could be another scenario where, while the transaction was happening, there's a server between, SchoolNote to Daksha, to the payment gateway services, and to your banking. Okay, it could be a credit card, debit card, or your net banking. Okay, there could be a glitch in any of the services. There could be a situation where the transaction might not have gone through. Okay, so just allow us 24 hours. Generally, all the system is automated. Okay, system gets automatically updated. There are certain places like when you're doing a UPI transaction, because UPI is free of cost. There's a lot of infrastructure being built on in and around of UPI. So no company is running out of it. There could be possibility that it takes minimum 48 hours to 72 hours to get it updated. Okay, but whenever this kind of situation happens, just inform to the school. Okay, and school will in backend inform to us, and we keep a track of it. We look at for 24 hours, 48 hours, or 72 hours, and the payment gateway services, if they receive this information, we will update the fee receipt in the backend. If not, then we will communicate back that please check in your bank accounts, and the bank will respond back to you.
Okay. So one last question, and the question may probably to you and Radhika included. So the last payment date would be 8th. And going by the window that you're saying, like 24 to 48 hours in case of a problematic settlement, the app will be locked. The app will be locked, right? Maybe after 1 month, or when will the app be locked? After 1. Okay, then it's okay. So if we pay on the last day and if it slips, then we're a little afraid that the app will be locked. Okay, the question
30 days.
In 30 days.
Exact 30 days.
Okay. Good, ma'am. Good. Then the question is self-answered. Thank you very much. That's all from my side. Thank you.
So if we have no further queries, I think we can relieve Mr. Sikandar, and we can relieve all the parents who are as a part of this session. I think that was very detailed, Mr. Sikandar. We've recorded it for future reference of parents who have doubts, queries.